Welcome into All Eyes on Cleveland. Tonight, it's Casey Kinnamon, myself, Brad Ward. We're going to talk top 10 top prospects at offensive tackle in the NFL draft. I can't wait to do it. Bring get Casey's opinion on all of that, plus all the breaking news around the NFL today. We've got trades, we've got rumors, we've got released players, we've got top 30 visits in Berea. It's all going down on Browns Film Breakdown Network, brought to you by FanDuel, here on All Eyes on Cleveland, starting right now. Case, dog, what is going on, brother?
Good, Brad. A little flu game for you tonight, brother.
Yeah, man, the voice is hanging by a thread. I don't know if you can tell. I did last night's show in similar fashion. I don't know if you heard, if anybody that listened to last night's show, at the end, I was like about to crash out. So my wife was diagnosed with influenza B. Speaking of, influenza B, and I believe that I have contracted that sucker.
That is some nasty stuff. I don't wish that on anyone.
Yeah.
Stay hydrated. That's the only I can tell you, but that's, you just have to survive in advance, man. There's nothing else you can do with the flu.
No, man, you just grin and bear it, and try not to infect others. So yeah, I don't know. They gave her Tamiflu.
Yeah, it can knock the shelf life of the flu down a little bit. You know, it's about
a couple days, maybe.
Yeah, you can. But there's not much else you can do.
No, that's about it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's not feeling great, but there's no stopping this time of year, man. There's nothing we can do. The show must go on. This all must go on. So let's talk about some of the news of the day. Browns had Tyson in yesterday. They had two players in today, Carnell Tate and Ty Simpson. Case, we mentioned this a little bit off the air.
Mm-hmm.
Does Ty Simpson get you excited?
Not as much as it should for someone who follows a team that doesn't have a starting quarterback.
Correct, yeah.
You know, you should be like, oh, okay. But it's for me, it's like if you told me they traded back at the end of the first round and that's what they did, and they got that 5th-year option. I could squint and see that, but it's hard for me when you're drafting a quarterback in the first round. I have to see elite traits to buy into it, and I just don't see elite traits. I think he's like a B+ at everything. You know, and he might end up being a fine quarterback, but he had such little experience in the college ranks that he's going to be a project. He's not going to be a plug and play type guy. At least I don't see it that way. Now, Monken, he'll be the ultimate decider in that, whether he sees it or not.
Yeah, Charlie. A lot of people are coming back around on him. I've seen a lot of people say that they're like, if you cut his season, this is crazy talk, but if you cut his season off at 9 games, like where he got hurt or whatever, and they kind of things, I don't know if it was injury, whatever, but things kind of flew off the rails for him. But 9 games in, he was better than Mendoza. I don't know if I believe that or not, but I've heard people say that.
I didn't see it that way. But
I didn't see it that way either, but I don't think. But
individually, I just look at Mendoza's tools, and you can, it's if you were to break Ty Simpson down and just hit to tools and traits, I don't know how you're going to sell me that on him being better than Mendoza. But it's not me they have to sell, and they're bringing him in for a visit, so they're serious about it. For me, it's just about the cost.
Why don't you guys bring in Brett Sobleski and ask him about this article? The Cleveland Browns would live to regret drafting Josh Allen at number 1. Meaning what? That he's saying they should have taken him? I was saying that then too. I was all in on Joshy.
Yeah, it was Josh Allen and Saquon. That was the two I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, so like the Malik stuff, I covered this a little bit last night, but there's news everywhere. Daniel Oyefesi says predicting that the Browns will back out of the Malik Willis sweepstakes, and that we also had who was it? Fowler saying that it's unlikely Willis will end up in Cleveland, but then wait, Zach Jackson was on the Scoop City podcast telling James Palmer that he believes they're still in on him. So, we talked about this. I threw a temper tantrum via text message to you earlier this week about Malik. I believe he is could save everything for them, and it's right in front of their face, and they just can't get it done. And they won't get it done because it's that obvious to me. And anything it's that obvious that the Browns should do it, and it'll net them, wins and success. They will not achieve that move.
It's too easy. That's too easy of a path. Why would we make it that easy on ourselves? By just going and getting an elite playmaker at the quarterback position, but we were pounding on that drum last season during the year. He was clearly the guy. And if they're not, look, I understand the Mauigoa stuff makes it muddy. Find a way, man. Find it. If you have this doesn't happen in free agency for quarterbacks. They're in a unique position because they have Jordan Love. They're not keeping him. He's going to hit the open market.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, and I had this conversation with Peter last night, but I was kind of like, the Monken coming out and talking about Watson and how he wants to evaluate him and he's excited to see him doesn't help the situation, because now
you're telling him something different behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're alluding to the fact that he could play. But like I would say, if you set the expectation back when I recommended it like 3 months ago, that you sit down at a table with him and say, buddy, you have no shot at hitting the field, and you make that clear to Mauigoa as well, then in good faith, doesn't he have to negotiate with you?
Yeah, if you're the one trying to pay his client the most money, it'd be malpractice not to.
Correct. So, but I don't know. Thanks, Levi. So I don't know. It hurts me that I'm not giving up hope, but it hurts me.
Yeah.
That it feels like it's dwindling.
Until the dream is dead, I'm going to keep hope alive.
Yeah. All right, let's go through some other NFL news. Not much to say about top 30 visits. Ty Simpson's dad, Jason Simpson, college football coach. He's homies with Todd the Monk, and the Monk and him go way back. And Ty Simpson said it would be a dream come true to play for Todd Monken and the Cleveland Browns. And he said that he knows that Todd would put him in a quarterback-friendly situation.
Why didn't he go to Georgia?
I don't know. Great question, Case.
Thanks.
Great question. Was NIL prevalent at that point?
I don't believe it had fully kicked in.
I don't think so either.
No.
T Monk in the building. Is that what that says?
The house. Building house. Apparently that's their.
I guess so. Yeah, you must be right. All right, let's get through some of this news. Linebacker Zaire Franklin is being shopped by the Colts. So he's former Pro Bowler. Is he older now? I don't know. Older than yesterday.
Yeah.
Cardinals released defensive lineman Bilal Nichols, failed physical, and linebacker Akeem Davis Gaither, saving $10 million in cap space. Here we go. Big news. Cowboys. The Cowboys have waived defensive tackle Perion Winfrey, who made the roster out of the UFL last summer.
Cancel
I
the
did
Super
not
Bowl
know
parade in
that.
Arlington.
Yeah. Gunnar Olevsky. Oh, how do you say it?
Oshevsky? Olszewski? I don't know.
Whatever.
Gunnar
O
Gunnar
reached
O.
an agreement today, 1-year deal to return to the New York Giants. The Seahawks reached a deal with their linebacker, Drake Thomas. The Steelers have officially released Jonnu Smith. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't work because Arthur Smith, the way he was using him in Atlanta, for whatever reason, there was nothing there.
They were handing him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Oshevsky, you're right.
He crushed for Miami the year before, dude. Like,
yeah, they were handing him. He was getting the ball on pitches and stuff. If Ty is there at 39, maybe 39, would you pull the trigger on him, Case?
Yeah. He's not going to be there at 39, but yeah.
There's a trade floating out there, as World's Fastest is alluding to here. I believe that 39 for Marv. Like, I'm tired of seeing it.
I am too. I heard that deal was pulled.
Well, why would you not take that deal?
It's the best deal they had, and then when Monty came to the table, AB pulled the deal.
Why?
Because Monty was acting in bad faith. I don't know.
In bad faith?
Yeah, man. Yeah, they had a deal. They had a preliminary deal in place. Then he started shopping Marv to other people, trying to up Barry's price, and I don't know. Maybe they'll circle back. I would gladly hand you pick 39 for Marvin Harrison. Gladly. We'll see. We've got like 49 days of the draft. So I'm not panicking. I know there will be a trade for a wide receiver at some point.
Yeah.
It just feels like it's dead right now.
Yeah. That would have been a good one, though.
Yeah. They want to circle back and you want to hand over 39 for MHJ?
39 for Marv. I would have done that right away. Yeah. And that's the other news. Thank you, Heather. I almost missed it. I was about to just blow right past it. You wish we would have traded a 1. Oh, who said that?
Yeah, I'm out on that.
Bradley.
I'm out on that.
I can't trade a 1 for him. So the Bears traded DJ Moore and a 5th for a 2nd from the Bills. The Bills get Moore and a 5th. I mean, thoughts?
Yeah, you can see where both teams kind of win this, right? Because DJ Moore gets to play with Josh Allen and Joe Brady, who he has familiarity with in Carolina. So that's a win for him. And that's decent compensation. And they needed to free up targets anyway. You know, the way they're looking at Luther Bird and Roma Dunze and Loveland. Like that's who they look at as their core they want to build with and grow with. And you get out of and you get the cap savings of getting more off your roster. So like it's kind of a win-win. He's a freelance type receiver. He's not there running crisp routes, but like I think Josh Allen will make that work.
You don't think Moore is better than anyone? I probably not. I mean, not at. Like, I hope to get like 7 years out of the guy that I draft in the first. And that's where I think the difference is. And you're getting, the first 5 or 4 on a lesser deal. Right?
Yeah.
That's the upside there.
Look, your team doesn't get worse from getting DJ Moore. I'm not saying that by any means. Like whatever team gets DJ Moore, you got better. He's a playmaker. He can make things happen with the ball in his hands. He threatens the perimeter.
I think
I don't look at him as a 1 though.
No, I don't. I think any 3 of the top 3 in this class could be as good, if not better, than Moore at some point in their career.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, and I don't know that Moore's best days aren't behind him.
Correct.
Physically.
Correct. He was really good this year, though. But
yeah, he made sense for Chicago because he freelances, and Caleb does too. Like they had a good thing going. But I understand his contract versus the young receivers they have coming up who are still on rookie deals. They're going to try to maximize that.
he made some huge plays this year too.
Mhm.
Bradley Brun's point.
Yeah.
He was clutch. Yeah, but you're right. He is a bit of a freelancer. But he's a 2. To everybody's point in the chat, he's a 2. I don't think the Browns need a 1. I need a quasi, 1. I need a 2-ish.
Baby steps. I'm aiming for what Green Bay has. Give me
Yeah.
a bunch of playmakers, man. Just
Yeah.
give me 3 or 4 dudes that can all take turns being the man.
That's why Dobbs makes a lot of sense for me if you
I
can
like
pull
that.
that.
Professional receiver will be where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Wearing a big ass helmet, you can't miss him.
You can't miss him. Gotta monetize that.
I'm telling you, man, it's like a bobblehead out there.
Love that thing. Looks terrible actually, but great receiver.
It says,
It
look,
does
he
look
should.
terrible.
He's the guy.
It does look terrible.
He's the poster child for the Guardian cap right now.
Those things look absolutely terrible, by the way. The Guardian caps do. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, it was because we're not used to seeing it now. The kids that are growing up watching football now, that might be commonplace in 10, 15 years, or they'll get sleeker. They'll find out ways to make it more aerodynamic.
Yeah, it just looks like you put like a piece of cloth over your helmet.
It does. It low-key does, yeah. Yeah. And up until that, Kyler Murray had the biggest helmet to body ratio. His helmet looks huge on him for whatever reason. It's not even a Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
But Dobbs took the cake.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Tonight on the show. Well, first of all, before we get to that.
Okay.
Free agency tenders yesterday. Brendan Bates, Malachi Corley,
Mm-hmm.
Winston Reed, Rex Sunahara, Shmee, Andre Schmidt, Jamari Thrash. All makes sense.
Yeah.
Miles Garrett pulled over in Wayne County, February 21st, 1:35 a.m. on I-71 in his green 2024 Porsche going 94 miles per hour in a 70. Do you care?
Care? At this point, it's like, whatever, man. Get him a driver or him get a driver or whatever.
I don't care. I don't care.
I just don't want to see. I don't want to see someone get hurt, man.
I don't want anybody to get hurt, but
that's the only thing I'll say at this point. Is he's not going to slow down. He's made this apparent. He's already flipped a car, and he's had several speeding tickets since then. He's not going to stop.
I just think
I just don't see someone get hurt.
Yeah, and Peter made this point last night, and that I think that going 94 in a Porsche probably feels like about 70.
Never been in a Porsche, but yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah. So there's no way you should still have he's fine.
Well, from points, yeah, from a point standpoint, he probably shouldn't. I don't know what the system is anymore, but
they
got a lot of these, man.
They roll off after a certain amount of years. So.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping tally, but if I can, I feel like it's like 4 or 5 that have been over 90 since he's been here. No.
Total? Yeah, but it's like 2 points for a speeding ticket.
Yeah. See, I don't know the point system, so can't.
I don't know it really either. That's my best guess. I think that's right though. And then I don't know. Obviously, he's not over because he didn't get driving without a license.
Driving. He's still out there speeding. He's speeding right now. I don't know where he's at. He's speeding.
Yeah, he's going faster than the speed limit. That's true. That is a fact. All right. So we're going to dive into tonight some tackle evaluations. Tackle evals with the draft coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what Case has to say.
Before we even get started into it, so are you more open now to taking tackle at 6 than you were before?
I am. Well, let's just talk about the trends of the mock draft trends.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trend? Like everybody this week, every national mock
Yeah.
draft has Freeling at 6
Yeah.
and has one of either Tyson, Tate. I haven't seen Lemon, but I've seen
I have
Tyson or
seen Lemon actually.
at 24.
Yeah, that just happened. Just the other day, like 2 days yesterday, I saw it. I forget whose mock it was, but yeah. Well, the national media is about 3 weeks behind Jacob Roach and Bill Sparks because they've been on Freeling for a minute now. But it seems like everyone's coming around.
Yeah, Freeling is flying up draft boards since the combine. So we've got this nice little graphic here. Some PFF grades. A little all eyes on Cleveland in the corner there.
Sleek.
All right, let's go. Francis.
I no, that's my OT one, man.
That's number
Everybody
one,
I
right?
watch, yeah, but he's a right tackle. You know what I mean? But
So
just nasty player, and I gravitate towards offensive linemen that play at that kind of mean streak. Plays downhill, violent finisher. IMG product. Went to IMG in high school. He's got a tremendous anchor. He's got a George Foreman punch on him. Like he's my favorite things when he's on combo blocks because he decimates dudes. Like it's not just chip and get to the next level. It's like a path of destruction. And I've seen him up against the highest level competition, and he looked great. You know, every litmus test that I could think of. And I know they're going to, like the thing for this entire class is like, is he have the frame? Is he long enough? Are his arms long enough? And he measured out. You know, he's just over 33-inch arms. So everybody the standards typically 34 is where they want you to be. But in this class, 33 is long. There's dudes out here with 32-inch arms. And I just think
but that's typically shorter than normal, right?
Say it again.
That's not the typical length that you want on a
34
tackle.
is the mark that you're looking for.
Okay.
But he's 33 and a third. But I'll tell you what, you're not getting into his chest. You are not getting into his chest. It's not that his punch is legit.
Okay. So you're not worried about it?
No, but he's the one tackle I think will probably be off the board by the time we pick at 6. If we pick at 6.
Yeah. I mean, the floor with this guy is clear, right? Like, and I don't think there's like, I don't think you miss with him, which is the thing, right? Now you can always miss, but his floor is pretty solid. Scheme fit. Do you worry? I mean, he's pretty much he's good in any scheme, right?
Yeah. He's his lateral ability sometimes gets a little wonky. He won't get his feet out. He can get caught flat-footed sometimes, like anticipating stunts and stuff. But for the most part, now, man, he's solid. When you're looking for holes, you can find holes, but like I wouldn't go so far as to call him scheme agnostic. I'd like to see him in a downhill type of offense, more of a gap scheme, a pin and pull scheme, more than I would a zone. But he's athletic enough to pull off either.
I mean, I'm with you guys. The power, the physical nature, the killer mentality is all there, and I love all of that. Where is he being mocked?
My guess would be I've seen him in Arizona a lot, which would make sense. They already got Paris Johnson on one side. So solidify right tackle.
Let me ask you this.
Never a bad move.
Levi says Mike Renner loves Proctor. I worry he's got some Jed Wills in him. Coach Monken could give him a Singletary to Vernon Davis type pep talk. He could be terrific. He's a no for me. So I'll agree that Francis is OT1.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets to 6, are you running to turn the card in? Like
stylistically, look, this with the elephant in the room is you already went and got a right tackle. Not that Titus couldn't kick inside.
That's what I'm saying. Barking Brown says, at worst, he's a fantastic run blocking guard. If I'm taking him at 6, he better damn well be my starting left tackle.
Yeah, and he will not be that.
He won't.
No, he's not playing left tackle. He's a right tackle.
At all.
Yeah. He's a mauler, man. You'd rather have him on the right side.
I get it.
Than kick stepping back with his left and
I'm
trying to run the hoop with these maniacs.
Why do I want him then? I need a left tackle.
I'm not trying to sell you on him. I think he's the best. I think he's the best offensive lineman in this. Well, can't say that. He's the best tackle in this draft. It's day one. He's your plug and play at right tackle. He's not going to be your left tackle.
Okay. I'm out.
Okay.
I mean, he's tackle 1. You're right. He's probably gone, so it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if I'm taking a tackle as high as 6 in the NFL draft, and I need a left tackle, then I need to be able to get my left tackle.
Yeah, I agree. But Arizona's in a different position because they have Paris Johnson on the left.
Correct.
They're in position to go get that guy.
So, who is my best bet to draft left tackle at 6? Case
the one the national media is in on right now, Monroe
Freeling.
Yeah,
because of the athleticism.
Yeah, dude, he's already the best pass protector.
Yeah,
in this class.
I know that. Yeah,
and I mean, like, I'm honestly, from my frame and athleticism, he's Joe Thomas light. I'm not saying he's Joe Thomas. If he went to Wisconsin, maybe you have a different outlook on it. But he's his ability to, and you can see a lot of these guys. This is kind of a common thing when you look at some of these prospects, ex-basketball players. These kids played basketball in high school, and it shows up in their lateral abilities, and their lateral quickness. But man, Freeling's his run blocking is a work in progress. Sometimes his pad level gets high when he gets to the second level. But the athleticism's all there, man. And when you see it in pass pro, he had some inconsistent tape early in the season, but that tightened up as the season went on. And he's ready to be a pass. He's ready to be your left tackle right now and pass block. You might have to scheme around some of his inefficiencies as a run blocker early. But this is the best ball of clay you could get in this entire operation. If you give George Warhop that guy, I have no qualms. By the end of the year, he's solid everywhere.
Yeah, I saw his arm length there is well over 34.
Mm-hmm.
His wingspan is good too. So the other thing with him, you're talking about his run blocking, but like in a zone run scheme, he would be better, right? Because you can get him out and move him. Yeah, because
of his ability to get in space. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can kind of scheme around that if you're gonna buy in.
And his frame will get filled out over time, man. He's also a guy that doesn't have a crazy amount of starts either, though.
He's light. I wanted to read this on him and see what you thought. All right. What keeps Freeling in first-round conversations despite those concerns? Oh, here it is. Never mind. Gap-heavy schemes are a different story. Asking Freeling to anchor and drive at the point of attack right now will expose the areas where he still needs work, particularly his tendency to play tall and lose leverage against power. He is not, I repeat, not a plug-and-play starter in that kind of system. And any team that drafts him expecting him to be that is going to be disappointed. The weight needs to come. The run blocking technique needs refinement, and the limited starting reps mean he is still learning how to handle the full range of NFL pass rush counters.
Yeah, well, that last part, that's every single person who's playing college football.
Sure.
Until you see it in the NFL, it's like it's all in theory. I don't know. Lateral quickness, ability, arm length, his ability to punch. And I'll say this, because when he does get beat initially, he stays calm and stays in his technique. And for me, that's huge, man. You don't see a guy out there panicking. Now you'll see him lunge in the run game. He can be a leaner in the run game.
Yeah.
But like that's where he needs refinements in the run game. But there's still there's some blocks on tape in the running game where he's completely sealing the edge and then getting to the second level and wiping out linebackers. Like the ability is there, but it's inconsistent.
Needs to add what, 10, 15 pounds? That's
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. That'd be
Okay.
perfect.
Of functional weight, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He ain't
So
gonna be sloppy, but look at his frame, dude.
right.
He looks. It's different watching him on tape because you don't get a sense of it. But when you see him show up at the Underwear Olympics and run, and you see him strip down, you're like, oh, he's there's no fat on him. You know what I mean? He's not out there
Yeah.
carrying any sloppy weight. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was hopeful that he was a guy that you could possibly trade back and land, but after he did what he did in Indy, I think that becomes harder.
His frame is crazy. So with
Yeah,
his frame, the weight should come on easy in an NFL weight room, right? Like they'll
yeah,
whip him into shape. That's why everybody loves him at 6 now, huh?
yeah. And then I wish they didn't. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish that he's someone you could trade back into the low teens.
How
And
far back could you go to get him? Could
I
you go
don't.
back
I
to
think if you go to
9
the
and get
top
him?
10, I think you're fucked.
Okay. You're fucked if you go out of the top 10, you said?
If you want him, if that's your goal, if your goal was trade back and still land Monroe Freeling,
All
I
right.
don't think you're. I think
What's the
that's
next best choice to Freeling if I want a starting left tackle plug and play? Is there a better option like day one plug and play?
not in my estimation. No,
Okay.
no.
Lomu says your boy.
Yeah, but that's more in play at 24 than it's going to be at 6. That's on play at 6. You're not walking away with Lomu at 6.
Freeling's the best day one guy.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
Okay.
And there's other prospects that I'm interested in, but they're lower cost. And a lot of these guys are right tackles. That's the other part of this. There's not a ton of left tackles in this, man.
I think you're right. World's fastest. Lomu's the other guy of interest here, right?
Also
and
kind of
he
light. These guys, none of these
and he
dudes
feels less ready than Freeling to world's fastest point, right? He feels less prepared. Like you're not gonna plug and play him and get better results. I don't think. Are you?
No, not better. No, but like he's also another guy that I look at with just extreme. He wins with quickness. He's like a landmark winner. He's going to get to
Mhm.
a spot. You know what I mean? But he also will overset and can get beat inside on counters. This isn't like I'm not trying to knock this entire class because there are some prospects I really like at offensive tackle, but they're not going to be day one problem solvers. They're not like,
Yeah.
okay, you got him and you got your guy for the next 10. You're going to have to work with some of these guys.
Well,
Coach them up. Warhop's going to have a job to do.
yeah. But they should. I mean, then you shouldn't be taking him at 6 if you're not.
Yeah, Lomu's not on the board for me at 6.
Freeling, I can justify it at
Mhm.
6.
Same.
What's up, Chef? I'm listening to you from what I've seen, what I hear. That makes sense. Lomu is of interest. Who's your tackle 3? Just not Brown centric. Just if you were ranking them straight out, who's tackle 3?
A right tackle who I cannot pronounce his last name. Big Max, Arizona State.
Okay,
Should
yeah,
be on your next slide.
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a guy who's hardly played any ball. Like he didn't play in high school. You know what I mean? He's learning on the go, but he's such a freak athlete. And you can see there's inconsistencies, obviously, but you can see it. You can see when Max plays, man. But he's a right tackle as well. He's a guy that I would love had you not went and signed Titus Howard. And Titus Howard isn't exactly like you can kick him inside if need be. He's got positional flexibility to get your best 5 on the field. But if you wanted to walk away with Max, however the hell you pronounce that last name, in the second round, I'd be pumped. Now, I think his combine performance also is going to push him up to consideration for the end of the first.
So I like this kid a lot because 6'6", 321. He's got tiny hands though, and not long arms, right?
33 and 7/8. He's as close to 34 as you can get without being 34.
Okay. So the reach isn't a problem on tape?
No.
He ran a ridiculous 40 for a guy.
Yeah.
Before.
Another kid, though,
kidding.
this kid grew up playing basketball, and you see it in his footwork.
Yeah.
You know, he has things you can't teach. You can teach him the other things, but he already has the things you can't teach.
Hand timing still catching up to the rest of his tools. Initial punch lands late, wide too often. Lets quicker defenders into his chest, draws holding flags. Recognition against stunts and twists. He needs is a
I got that in my
liability.
notes too. Can't
Run
be fooled with
blocking,
stunts.
yeah. Run blocking grade lagged well behind his pass. I mean, that's all these
That's
guys,
true for
right?
everybody, dude. Yeah, that's true
Yeah.
for everybody.
That's this whole
My knocks
class.
on him was his pad level. As he goes to the second level, like he can get caught kind of being a lurch out there, and just the overall technique, man. He's so young in this.
Yeah.
He's the guy that you're not going to draft, and he's your day one starter. You know, but he could solve a problem for a decade once you get him up to speed.
Second levels, yeah, that's what you said. Second level sustain is inconsistent. All right, so he's 3 for you.
Mhm.
What's the consensus on him?
I don't know.
Further down than that, right?
Yeah, I would say people probably have them in their top
6.
Like as far as like big boards, I'm
6.
saying he's going to be in people's top 60, probably in that 40 to 60 range. But when you're coming off what you did at the combine and you show those athletic traits, that's going to bump you up.
Yeah, is he going in round 1?
I won't be shocked if he goes at the end of round 1.
Right, I agree.
I would hope to get him at 39, but I don't think that's
okay.
That's a thing.
Like him, big fan. I think he's a pretty good character guy, right?
Yeah.
Plays with some nasty, right? So, who's your 4th?
Blake Miller, Clemson.
Yep, right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. I like Miller a ton.
Yeah, smooth, man, smooth. He got an effortless kick slide. He's actually something that was kind of popping up with a lot of these guys, whereas just in confusion and blitz and stunt recognition, not with him.
Yeah,
you know, he was real good there. He's a plus lateral athlete for his size because he is massive.
Yeah,
6'7", 317. He has over 34-inch arms as well. Him and Monroe are the only two of this whole list that have over 34-inch arms.
Yeah, so he came in he's 6'7", 317. He ran a 5-second 40, which is again absurd. A 32 vertical, again absurd. The broad is crazy. The 10-yard split is insane. And then the arm length is 34 1/4. So he clears your thresholds there. Weaknesses.
Can I tell you mine?
Yeah, please.
I wrote pad level equals Snoop Dogg. Means he's high. Inconsistent hand placement and gets caught leaning too often.
Yep. Hands drift wide, land outside the frame. Leans forward, overextends.
Huh.
Choppy footwork. Poor contact rate.
Reasonably impressed. He's a non-basketball player. No, I'm walked away kind of impressed.
Yeah. But
they're saying he's a local kid in the chat.
Yes, he is. He's what? Strongsville? Is it Strongsville? Medina? Yeah, there it is. Strongsville.
I did not know.
I nailed it. Yep. Local kid. Local boy. He's a ginger, isn't he?
Yeah. Reddish brown in the way that Darnold is.
Mm-hmm. 54 consecutive starts tells you everything about his toughness, durability, and ability to hold up physically over 4 college seasons. Initial punch carries real force when it lands clear, knocking rushers off their planned path before counters can develop. Handled an emergency move to left tackle at Pittsburgh in 2024 without a noticeable drop in technique or processing. So, where are you playing him ideally day 1, right tackle?
Well, not if I have Titus Howard, I'm not forced to. If he's ready, yes. But I don't think it's like a forced situation because you went and got Titus Howard.
But he's not a left tackle though.
No, but he's someone that I could see developing there. Okay. I'm getting him into camp and seeing what's what. I'm not forcing anything.
All right. Next up for you. I'll listen to that, local kid, that's cool. all that stuff. Once again, he's 22 years old. He's a right tackle for me a little bit. And
Okay.
I can see it develop, but
Yeah, but we're also talking about a kid you're taking probably in the third.
we're getting there, Rusty. Dunker. Oh, I can't wait to talk about Dunker. But for me, he is a guard. So
He is a guard. He's a nasty guard too.
He's a guard, and I want him.
Yeah, good luck getting ahead of Dan Campbell for this guy.
I want him as my right guard.
Detroit Lion written all over him. It's this guy.
Can you get him at 39?
Yes. Dunker? Yes.
Because I feel like he's plug and play right guard all day.
Yes. Yeah.
Give me him. I want him.
I'd be so pumped.
I'd be so pumped too. Love that guy.
Yeah.
39. Can you get him beyond 39?
That's the question. I don't know where Detroit picks after that, but I wouldn't think he would last too much longer. I just can't see Dan Campbell passing on that guy. Without even seeing the tape, I bet Dan Campbell would draft that kid.
Yeah. What a menace. Let's look at him real quick.
Yeah.
Before we move on.
Let's get that flow on the screen, bro.
Look at the stash, dude. 6'5", 319. He's a senior. How old is this sucker? He's 22. Did we move our age guardrails on him? On any? Did the Browns? Do you think they've adjusted their age guardrails? Detroit is at 50.
I coming off last year's draft, I think that AB kind of feels a little free without the constraint of if they're over 21 and a half by April, they can't,
Yeah. I mean, you've got to adjust for the fact that they're getting paid now, right?
Yeah, you have to. You should. I don't know if you have to. You should. You damn sure should.
World's fastest says his mullet is worth moving up 5 spots for. I agree.
Dan Campbell agrees with you. I'm telling you, got to watch out.
Yeah. Rusty says he's a right guard. I mean, he could probably play right guard. I thought you did. I totally agree. That's why I said right guard. Duh, what am I talking about? Yeah. I thought I was about ready to argue with myself. I said right guard. I thought you wrote right tackle. In my mind, I was thinking right tackle. I was about to argue with you, Rusty, and that's exactly what I said. What an idiot. All right. Anyways, 33 and a half arm. Don't matter when you move him inside, right? Like, get his hands on. He gets his hands on people. It's over. Good night. That's why you move him inside.
Yeah, once he latches, man, it's kill shot on combo blocks. Violent, nasty. Any like mean superlative you want to put on the kid, it's there on the tape. He's a pit bull when he's latched on. You're not getting him off. But he's stiff. There's a reason he's not playing tackle. He's stiff. Like,
yeah.
But linear, like we're talking, just go for it and get it. Like that young man's got it.
Listen to this. This is so funny.
He's going to piss linebackers off in this league.
Generates violent movement at the point of attack with exceptional leg drive and upper body torque that consistently displaces defenders in the run game. Yep. Once his hands land clean, defenders are locked in place. His grip, strength, and ability to steer blocks is among the best in this class. Plays with a nasty disposition that shows up in every snap, finishes blocks with bad intentions, and keeps grinding well after the whistle. That is the guy I want on my team.
It's like you just sold me a muscle car.
Right.
Is what I felt like. Just
I was
badass
trying to read
American
it like a commercial for Dunker. Not like I needed to sell this chat on him anymore, but we're already in on this guy.
Yeah.
All right. So I love him. I want him as my right guard. The question is, where can you get him?
Yeah.
This says mid-second.
Yeah. 39 to get it done. That's the move. If you don't trade for Marv with that.
Would you rather trade for Marv or be guaranteed Dunker at 39? Give me Dunker.
I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that one.
I think there's enough depth at wide receiver in this class. I'm okay doing it.
Okay. That's solid ass argument.
There's like 20 wide receivers that I can live with in this class.
There's also a lot of guards in this class more than tackle. But If you told me I get to pick my guard, I'm picking Dunker.
Yeah. Yep. With you guys, the chat agrees with me. Dunker over Marv. Many of them. All right. Anyways, so but he's almost 23 years old, which I wonder if that deters.
I think he's ready to play guard right now.
That's what I'm saying. He's plug and play, so it shouldn't matter.
I feel like he is. Yeah, I feel like he is.
Okay. Where's he fall on your tackle list? You don't even have him on there, do you?
No, I do. He's my last out of these 10. He's my last tackle.
So yeah, but he's your guard for you.
Yeah, he's my guard. I don't.
So what tackle are we on then? 5?
Yeah, well, we already talked about him a little bit. Lomu's my tackle 5, and then followed by his teammate Fano. Which coming into this, everyone kind of had him way up there, but I think he's also a guy who's going to do his best work inside.
So Fano is a guard for you,
or center. I don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it, man. I think he could be.
And he's open to it, right?
Yeah. And it's very telling that the NFL had him snap at the combine. Yeah. To me, that tells me a lot that the way they see it too, just his movement ability. He's light in the ass, but I'm telling you, man, he's special the way he moves. He could survive a tackle. He's that good of an athlete. He could survive a tackle, but he could thrive at center or guard. I'd love to see him go all in and be a center, and similar to Lindenbaum.
But you have Lomu over Fanu
at tackle.
Yeah, but
as an overall
football player.
Say again.
As an overall football player,
Fano
vice versa.
No, because you can. I think Fano could play all 5. Mm-hmm. I think he could thrive though in the middle.
It's interesting. Both these guys are interesting. I don't know how much I love both guys. I'm not in love with either guy. I'll just say that. I think that they're both like. There are other guys I get more excited about than both. I think the fact that Fano can play guard or center even.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take him as our center of the future, that's sure.
That'd be sweet.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be sweet, man. Yeah.
But where do you do that at is the question.
We don't. I don't think that's up for us. You would have to do it by 24.
Yeah, that Bama logo is not great. Fail. Chat GPT. Thank you for pointing that out. Appreciate that. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not that's bad. Caden Proctor, where does he land for you? So we can get off this slide.
At tackle, he'd be my tackle 7. But another dude, I would love to see him play guard.
He's a guard for you.
I would, yes. The things that show up on tape, like read you what I wrote here. The good stuff. He absolutely stones bull rushers. He's surprisingly nimble for a refrigerator. I mean, we're talking 6'5", 8, 352 pounds. When he wins quickly. He's got powerful hands. He could be a gap power guy, finisher. He was on Feldman's freak list. When you watch the tape, because I saw someone earlier in the chat say that they, a Jed Wills type. It is an effort. His fatigue shows up on the film. He gets fucking tired. Yeah. He's not a guy I want operating in space. And that 352 that he weighed in at the combine is down from his playing weight. He was playing at like 366. That's trimmed down to 352. You know what I mean? He's the guy, I think, if you take away the space, though, I think he could be a mauler. Similar to what Mekhi Becton underwent when he went in to play guard. I think you could have similar results with someone like Proctor at guard. I don't like him. I don't want him having to cover a bunch of space on the outside, man.
Okay.
He also takes
That's fair.
terrible ass angles in the run game. Like, terrible.
Okay. So we don't want him.
No, I mean, he's going to go way higher than I'd be willing to bet. And if I got him, I would want to get him in the late rounds and make him a guard.
All right, back to this list. Trezun, Kinnamon. Where do you got these guys at on your list?
I got Tiernan at 8.
8?
Hmm?
Where's he go in the draft?
4th, probably. Early
4th round?
3. Yeah.
Okay.
Late.
What about Zune?
Zune's the guy I've seen the least of out of all these names. He's a mauler in the run game. He finishes well. I think he has some swing tackle ability, like a utility type lineman. Could play a couple different spots. I don't know where to judge what the NFL thinks of him, though. But he is admittedly the guy that I've seen the least amount on this list.
There's one guy that I like that's not on this list that I thought I want to bring up is Austin Barber. I like him. No?
Give me the deets. Let me hear about him.
Well, he's 6'7", 318. Well, he's almost 23 years old. He was at the Senior Bowl. He plays for Florida, right? You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, I want to hear if you're in on him. Where's my elevator pitch?
Well, once again, basketball background, right? So his lateral quickness, body control is excellent. Gets off the ball, urgency, great snatch and trap technique. Hands land clean on defender's chest plate. Jump sets on play action are a real weapon. Manipulates space. Climbs to the second level. Fluid hips. Accurate targeting. Walling off linebackers on combo block. Carries 97.4% career pass protection efficiency across 1,500 pass blocking snaps.
Massive sample size.
Yes, it is. I like him. If you're going later, I'm saying, like if you're picking later on,
this team should be throwing early and often darts at that room.
But like, if you want to get another tackle that's going to play depth and maybe can play guard, whatever, but you're just adding another guy because you need guys in this room. I like Barber a lot. Here's Levi, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. He loves Barber as well. Jake Slaughter is the dude. He's the center, though. What are we going to do about center?
I don't know. I'm afraid they're going to get put in a position where they almost have to sign Ethan back.
Please no.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do.
They might try to sign. Jake has him going after Mays.
Cade Mays, yeah.
Yeah. Shelton from Penn State is also a nice option. He has a 5-spot ability. He has some center experience. Barber is often available in the 105 to 110 area of mocks. Kid from Duke is a 2-spot guy. Yeah, so we can go down the rest of the list here and see if there's anything you want to scream about any of these guys. We covered the top 10: Dunker, Kinnamon, Miller, Shelton, Barber, and then Brian Parker is the kid from Duke, 6'5", 309, 23 years old. No, he's not. He is 22 years old. Shrine Bowl invite, arms 32 and 7/8.
Yeah, that's kind of common in this class, man.
That's
kids' feet. Parents need to feed their kids better.
Tackle
man. Then his arms longer.
Good pass protection, good footwork, genuine nastiness at the point of attack. Year-over-year improvement. I can't buy him. For some reason, I don't buy him as much as I did Barber.
We want to make a
309.
petition while we're talking about arm length.
You're gonna make
And
a
it'll fly in the
petition?
face of the fact that everything they've done over the years, because they'll compare it to things and it won't make sense. The fact that they measure to the end of your fingers makes no damn sense for certain positions.
Sure.
Measurement should be to the hinge of the wrist,
Sure.
because that's what matters. At no point is an offensive tackle blocking you with this. So if a guy just has long ass fingers, like, what does that matter? It just doesn't make sense to me of certain positions. Should be a standard measurement too.
Yeah, Parker's the Duke kid. Let me throw this name out there for you because he's interesting. A couple other interesting guys in this class. So Isaiah World.
Yeah,
from
big.
Oregon.
Yeah. I was looking at him last year when we were doing all this. I thought he was going to be a guy that would step up this year and kind of put himself in the conversation. And for whatever reason, his name just didn't float up there.
The other Miami.
Yeah, Bell.
Markel Bell.
Huge.
Which is, by the way, what huge. A great name. Huge human being. Huge. 346. 6'9".
Yeah.
Ran a 5.340.
Yep, set your sundials.
Here's some of this stuff on Markel Bell. I mean, arm length. Do you know the arm length on this guy?
No, he's probably 35 though.
36 3/8.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he's grape ape. That dude is out there.
This guy.
But that's a project. Like if you told me you took him in the 6th round, 7th round, I'd be cool with it.
Well, let's see where's he supposed to go. He can't be that far down. I mean, this guy's a true left tackle, right? I don't think he can run block worth a lick. Maybe he can. If I read earlier, yeah, run blocking is a liability. This is a left tackle for life, right? He's a monster. Can't. Say Cleveland Central, and then it's Cleveland, Mississippi. All right, so yeah, 0 sacks allowed on 558 pass blocking snaps in 2025 is the headline number. His elite pass blocking. So he's great in pass blocking.
Yeah, well, you got to get around him. I think that dude is.
You can't. Grip strength is a real weapon. Once Bell latches, the defender looks like they're trying to escape a bear trap. I believe it.
I like that.
And their rush is effectively dead as soon as he gets his hands on you, right?
Yeah.
He's developed a club move that can violently redirect a pass rusher's path and force them completely out of the planned attack angle. His ability to recover after losing initial contact is underrated. When he gets walked back, he resets his feet, sinks his hip, and regains ground rather than panicking. I mean, how many guys do you wish you could say that for? I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's huge.
On frontside kickouts and double team feeds, Bell brings his feet and generates enough torque to create running lanes when he stays low enough to compete.
That's hard for him. That's a hard.
It's got to be hard.
It's so hard.
So
it's the reason we're mad that Dwan's not a good run blocker. It's like he fucking just can't.
Man, it's like drafting Dwan.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but not as injury prone.
Right.
So, like, man, if you took a late day 3 flyer on him, if he was still sitting around, I'd be into it. I don't go into it with the expectations that he's going to be the guy, though.
I said this last night. The film room on Titus Howard.
Mm-hmm.
I was impressed.
He was a former 1st round pick, man. People forget.
Dude, he is a big boy and he can move.
Yeah,
and
dude. The arms on that man.
He has some nuance to his game that I didn't know was there. Like, he does this thing, and Jake was talking about it on the film room, but, like, he did it, like, and he was showing good reps and bad reps in the film room. I don't know if you've seen it, but like he does this thing, edge rushers will try to get their arm on, you know what I mean, on your outside arm. He pulls his arm away. He just pulls the chair out all the
Yeah.
time, and they just whiff.
Yeah.
And then he does it like
Resets. Yeah.
all the time. Like he just sees it, like he almost baits them. Like he sees it coming, he
Yeah.
pulls the arm out, they miss, and then he's got you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he's a tremendous pass blocker, man.
yeah. And he's I love that. He's better in the run game than I thought too. Like the effort is there, to be good. He just sometimes he just leans forward and falls too much, and
Yeah, gotta stay on your feet, man. Gotta be an athlete.
But as well, that's the thing though. World's fastest at 21 mil APY. If you're getting above average right tackle play and
doesn't allow a
versatility,
sack.
that's
well
yeah,
well
that's the going rate for guys like that.
Yeah.
And Levi says
you still have 2 fifths to go. Like the value was great.
Yeah.
Houston.
I'm not worried about the money.
Cap space. They weren't trying to pay him. Fine.
I'm not worried about the money either, because that contract literally will be like, how do they do every contract with Andrew Berry?
Yeah, the first year is going to be a slap on the wrist.
First year is going to be $1.3 million or whatever the veteran minimum.
There'll be some void years, and we'll sprinkle that bitch for 4.
Yeah.
Then lessen the blow and allow you to sign more players.
Yeah.
That's what he do.
So, well, that's why the 45 is up front, but it doesn't matter that the 45 is up front.
It won't count on the cap. Yeah.
It matters when it counts on the cap, over the next 4 years. So,
yeah.
That's a good point, Charlie Chuck. But you know what? I think, and I may, this may come back to bite me, but at least I saw Sanders attempt to climb into pockets and not drift. Like he's aware of the issue and he's trying to get better at it. So, and I don't even know where we're going at quarterback at this point. I've never been more lost with the intention. Let's have a real talk for 5 minutes before we leave. Let's have a real talk about this.
Well, one thing before that is we cannot forget this giveaway.
Tonight?
I got all the stats in front of me. So after we do this, before we get out of here, someone's winning a shirt.
Well, just real quickly, what are the Browns' intentions right now?
I don't know, because it's getting mixed signals. Because to me, you go hire the oldest first-time coach in NFL history. You're not doing that to throw away a season.
That's what I'm saying. It's just I can't read what they're doing right now.
Yeah, because just that by itself tells me, okay, you're going to try to be competitive now. And then you start hearing things behind the scenes that they're still jockeying for 27. Get in line. That's what everyone who's not good's doing. You know what I mean? And for me, I just look at what the AFC North, all the flux. You lose Tomlin, you lose Harbaugh. You know what I mean? So there's room for advancement right here, right now in this division. You have to take it. You have to seize it. I don't want to put it on pause for a year and pray that 27 is kinder to you. That's fucking weird to me.
That's how I feel, and it's insane that I don't know, man. To stand pat and go into the season with Sanders feels literally insane to me. But maybe Monk thinks he sees it in the film.
That's maybe. If you're going into the season, he's your unquestioned starter. That feels like that to me. If he wins it in camp, great. He shows he's the best guy, but you got to bring something to the table. You got to bring someone else in to compete. And if the competition is just him and Watson, it's going to feel bleak for fans, even if the new coaching staff doesn't view it the way we do, because they weren't here. They haven't had to live with it the way we had to. But
I guess. I mean, I just know that I could go get Marcus Mariota right now, and he would give me he would increase the quarterback play in that room tenfold, and they would have such a better chance to win every week. That's saying a shit ton about how bad your quarterback room is.
Yeah.
Where Sanders needs to go may take time.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It may take time, and I just don't know if I want to fuck around with that because I don't know what the ceiling is. I feel like it's like middle of the road. I just don't know. So I'm thrown. You know, I don't. I wish I just wish it gets me mad because I want Malik here.
Yeah, it
And
feels like we're just settling.
it does feel like we're just settling for another year again when the division is wide open, and I don't know. We'll see what Monk can do, but I mean that nobody's even whispered Mariota's name. And he can run. I know he's 32 years old, but I mean he could play for 2 years. I watched him play great football last year at times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he fit well in Washington's scheme.
He
For a guy
fit
who
well in
I
Monk's
thought was
scheme.
done, who I thought was already done. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was over for him.
I think he's a good reclamation shot just for a couple of years. I mean, he's at a point in his career where he knows the name, or he knows the game enough to anticipate throws. He can read blitzes. He can do all the things that you're worried about Shedeur figuring out. He knows that stuff like the back of his hand.
So
he's a real NFL quarterback.
If they signed him in and brought him in, and then Shedeur won the competition, would you feel
then
just
he
feel better about
deserves
the
it?
situation?
Yeah, I'd feel much better.
Yeah,
because he would have to beat out a real NFL quarterback to do it.
From your lips to AB's ears, man, make it happen.
Not the corpse of Deshaun Watson. That is a joke, if that's what we go with.
Yeah.
Yes, it should be a competition, but it should be with a real NFL quarterback.
Amen,
that can
brother.
win you football games.
I'd settle for Jacoby. I'd just get me someone in here with the pulse.
Serious. All right. Contest time.
All right.
Winning a t-shirt. Let's go.
All right. So before the season, we made our playoff picks, both AFC, NFC, and then we wrote tallies down, and then we forgot about it for the entire year and didn't bring it up one time. And then I didn't even think about it until the Super Bowl was played, and I had to find it. And lo and behold, I found it. And we tallied everything up. So you have to be in the chat tonight, and one of us lost. Anybody want to guess the chat who lost?
Do you need me to bring up the 7 seeds and all that?
No, I got them. I got them in front of me.
Oh, okay. Fire away.
I want to hear the chat. Who do you think won, chat?
Who do you think won? No, the game was literally this. It was predicting. We each predicted divisional winners. But really, we predicted the 7 seeds, AFC, NFC, going into the 25 season. Me and you did.
Yep.
And whoever got the most right won.
Yep. You got 1 point for the team making the playoffs and another point if you got the seeding correct.
Yes. That's how you could double up.
And that's how we scored. That's how we kept score.
Yeah. So take your guesses. Who won? Did I win or did Casey win? Bruce says Brad lost. Casey won. They all think you, man. Gamecock Case. Casey's cocky. He won. Case won. Listen, let's just stop for a minute. So the Case dog, the chat is all weighing in. How many bets have you won against me so far?
1 or 2. It's bleak.
What can you name them?
No, I know you. I know you bought a shirt on your because you picked someone that knew me or something, and it was like,
yeah, all right.
They called collusion, and you're the one.
Speaking of which, the Brendan Rice bet hit.
Yeah. Oh, see, we didn't even celebrate that. Have you told Keatley? Have you got on the horn?
I gotta get a hold of Keatley, so I won that one. Dart in the first round, I won that one.
Yep. You won that one, and you won. What was the other one you won?
100 Men, 1 Gorilla. That wasn't a real bet.
That wasn't a bet. He would have lost that.
I'm going to bring on that digitally enhanced.
Yeah, whatever, dude. That's AI.
Case, I can't believe you guys. All the bets I have won against this man, I win every bet.
That's not
And
true. You didn't win every bet.
Okay, I lost one. I don't even remember what it was. But I won the dart bet. I won the Brendan Rice bet. You guys doubted me from day one on all that shit. And in the entire chat thinks you
Rice
won.
bet it even against me. What are you doing? All right. So drum roll. The winner of the bet by a score of 7-6. Brad Ward won the bet. So now I have to buy one of you lucky people in this chat a shirt.
I won, bitches.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scroll.
Damn right I won, DTR Rusty.
I'm going to scroll all the way to the beginning of the chat. And I'm just going to scroll up, 3 times? 1, 2, 3, let's do 4, 5. And world's fastest.
World's fastest fat man. Congratulations.
World's fastest one. Yeah, for full disclosure on this bet, so we didn't, neither of us did really well. But Brad did pick one team that I did not pick, and that was the Seattle Seahawks, who won the fucking Super Bowl. So he deserves to win. He also picked the Raiders to make the playoffs, who have the number 1 overall pick, and I picked the Browns to get the 7th seed. You guys know how that turned out. So,
did I predict the Steelers to be in?
I'll have to pull up the picture of that. I have the seeding and the score. I don't think you picked the Steelers. You definitely didn't pick the Steelers. No, I picked Baltimore. They didn't make it. I had the Bills as the 1 seed. We both had the Chiefs. We both had a lot of swings and misses. It was an unpredictable season, but you did.
Seattle was the difference.
Seahawks. It was. Truly was.
Yeah.
They won the whole thing. I didn't even have them making the playoffs. I had Niners and Rams and thought they were going to run away with the division. So, all right, here we go.
Well, I don't win anything. You guys win something. So, world's fastest, woot woot. He says he gets a T-shirt. So, pick out a T-shirt from.
So, world's fastest, email me, casenoseball@gmail. Email me your contact info. And we will get it done.
What seed did I have Seattle? I think I had them late, though. I had them like a 7.
I can pull it up. I'll figure it out.
Pretty sure I had them 7. But still, though, at the time, who all was picking the Seahawks to be in the playoffs at that time?
Yeah. I wouldn't think that was happening. Not me. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah. So.
Hold on. I'll find it here shortly. I have.
He says he's in your Facebook Messenger as well.
Kind of creepy.
From weeks ago, by the way. What happened weeks ago, gentlemen?
I don't know. I don't do Facebook Messenger. I have it. Let me see here. You had the Seahawks as the 4 seed.
4 seed. There you go. Yeah. 4 seed. How about that?
And we swung and missed on the NFC. We had Eagles. You had Eagles, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, Seahawks, Commies, Lions, Vikings.
Lots of injuries.
No Commies, no Lions, no Vikings. You know what I mean? No Tampa Bay. And you managed to still beat me.
Bears.
Missing all those.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, we both had the Bills as the number 1 seed. You were closer because you had the Broncos as the 2. I didn't have the Broncos making it.
I did want to say this before we go. Heather, I think it was Heather, popped into Twitter, let me know she started the startup and said it's fantastic.
It is. It's a great show.
Yeah. So Heather, thank you for letting me know that. I've been pounding the table on this thing for a long time. And good job, Heather, for letting me know that you're Arch Leaster. What?
What am I, Arch Leaster? What I do?
What the fuck?
All right, this is a
Yeah.
fair question for World's Fastest, who claims he's in my Facebook Messenger. What's his name in there? He has like 88
Oh
names.
my God, so many burners.
That's
What's
what I'm
your
saying.
name?
I'm looking. I popped open that godforsaken app right now, and I am looking.
It's not on my. It's on Netflix. Charlie. Netflix.
Are you Trap God Dave? I don't know who that is. He's in my messenger.
Trap God Dave. I
That's
doubt
his
that's
name, dude.
world
I don't know. I've
fastest.
never seen this. I've never went over to this like message request section.
Sprite and saltines, Brad.
Yeah,
Feel
man.
better. Oh,
Got the
thanks.
flu? Yeah, that's the move.
Yeah, good show tonight. Going through that, we're gonna go through some positions every week. We'll do another position next week. It's a good thing. It forces me to get into the positions more. But listen, we may not have time next week because it will be mid free agency frenzy.
Frenzy. There will be a frenzy.
But will there be? I don't know. That's
There will
the question.
be. Will we be part of it? I don't know that part. We usually miss the first wave.
Next giveaway and our lads draft guide. Fuck our lads draft guide.
I do use them for when I'm looking up teams' depth charts.
They have great depth charts.
I look up their depth charts on our lads. I always skip everyone else to go to them.
I use their depth charts as well. Heather, thank you for saying something about the startup. Oh, you said it, Rusty. Way to bring it up, buddy. Great. I started watching it too. DTF St. Louis, down to fuck St. Louis on HBO.
You started it? You watched the whole thing already?
No, it's 1 week at a time. First episode came out. Good call, Rusty. DTF St. Louis, but you know who's in it?
Yeah, Bateman
and
have you ever seen Stranger Things?
Yep. That's
Hopper.
him. Yep, Hopper.
David Harbour.
Very strange first episode.
Okay.
But it looks like it's dark. So I read a long thing about it. It's dark comedy, but it's also, and it's got Meg from Bloodlines. If you've not seen Bloodlines yet, you're missing out madly. That's a terrific show.
I have not.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No.
It's one of my favorites, dude.
You've never ever mentioned it.
I have.
We've been doing
many
this
times.
It's no one Bloodlines. That's never came up.
Yes, it is. I talk about it all the time. It's got my favorite actor. The guy from Friday Night Lights. What's his name?
Billy Bob Thornton?
No, not the movie. The TV show.
I don't know. Your boy don't watch TV shows.
What's his name, folks? I'll look it up. Anybody seen Bloodlines in this chat?
I saw someone to vouch. You've talked about this show before, Bloodlines.
I have.
I have never heard you say it.
I'll go back in the.
Go back. You won't do it, but go ahead.
I will. I'll go back and find it, you motherfucker.
I do not. You've never recommended a show called, because the first thing I thought it was like True Blood or whatever it was called. When you said it, that's what I thought.
Brought it up before. Fuck me.
My favorite actor, the guy whose name I can't remember.
I know, I can't remember it. The Rayburns, Danny Rayburn, it's a psychological thriller. It came out in 2015. 3 seasons. Anyways, the sister on that show is in the new show DTF St. Louis. And Kyle Chandler.
Okay. I know
you
who
Kyle
is.
Chandler?
Yeah, he was in Wolf of Wall Street. He played the FBI agent.
Yeah. Love Kyle Chandler.
He's in the new Lanterns on HBO.
He was in one episode of my favorite show going on TV right now, which is Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah, he's good in everything he's been in.
He's in the first episode and got killed. And then Jeremy Renner is his brother. So he's like, had to take over his Bloodline.
The turkey hole of true bloods. Comment of the night. At the buzzer, too.
Great comment, yeah. But seriously, you want a good one? Watch that one next. You'll love it. I mean, it's terrific. Great backdrop. I watched season 1 of Industry. I know there's like 2 more seasons. I'm way behind, but I was into it for the first season. Bad Monkey is very good. I mean, if you love, but yeah, DTF looks really good. Down to fuck St. Louis. They're like, do you want to go to, what do they say? Where do they want to go? They want to go to a restaurant. They're like, we'll go to TGI Fridays or something and see what this app's all about. It's about like cheating on your wife, and husband. But it was very dark. I guess there's a mystery as well, and it's also a drama. So it's like all mixed into one. It's supposed to be really good, but yeah, it's got our boy in it, Bateman. Have you ever seen the clip of who's the guy? It plays his brother on the show Bateman was on to start it all. Money's in the Banana Stand.
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development. Played his brother on Arrested Development. What's that guy's name?
David Cross or
no.
Will Arnett.
Will Arnett. Will Arnett. If you guys have ever seen, there's an interview with Will Arnett and Conan O'Brien.
Where he talks about that when Conan's dad died.
When his dad died.
Yeah, I love Arnett.
And he's like, I blame Bateman. And he wrote back, and he writes him back, and he's like, it's a good theory. And Conan writes him back, and he's like, Bateman killed my mom. And then his dad died like a week later or something. So but he was doing it again, and he's like, Bateman wants to know if he can have your sister's address. Okay to send? ? So funny. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, Phil. I will. My voice is gone for good. Free agency coming, guys. Browns Film Breakdown. You got to be there.com. 30% legal tampering sale. It's out now. 30% sale. Get there or be square. For Casey Kinnamon, my name is Brad Ward. This has been All Eyes on Cleveland on the Browns Film Breakdown Network. Have a wonderful night.